Smith and best beans in Brooklyn Berry. I also managed to scrape together a couple of interviews with some suspects who used to work with Myers.
My sister Shirley and I worked with Kenneth Myers for 6 years. We led all the shows. We have talent and a face you won't forget. My sister and I left the company about a year ago, but Kenneth cast us in these insulting roles. It got quite grim. After that we left. We headed to LA for the big bucks. Now I tell you, that geezer had coming to kill him. Well, that is just easy money. Too easy for sweet dames like us.
Of course I knew Kenneth. He hired me to be in quite a few of his productions. Paid me well too, but geez, the guy made me sing way too much.
Last time I saw Myers, he nearly killed me when he chucked that candelabra at my head, swearing up and down that I'd never be a real actress. I thought I'd die when I lost that job. But he was right. So I quit the stage and became a playwright. I should be thanking him, really.
Well, nobody liked him. Nobody. Just because he didn't do my plays doesn't mean I'm going to go and murder him. That sounds like a lot of work. Thanks, man. It's a shame, though. He was a good director. Anyway, your movie, people, right? I got a teleplay right here. It's about this guy, see? And he meets this girl, see?
But they all had airtight alibis, so none of them could have been a murderer. Today, I interview 102-year-old Ruth Myers, Kenneth Myers' grandmother. But just as soon as I finish this sweater I'm making for my princess.
Greetings, my name is Ruth Myers, but you can call me Granny Myers if you like. I am 102 years old, but I feel 72, and I am the proud grandmother to the beautiful, talented Kenny Myers. God rest his soul. I am also the great-grandmother to Julianne.
Thank you for being with us today, Ruth. Now tell me, what's it like living with Kenneth and Julianne?
Living with Kenny and Julianne? Oh, they're delightful! Except for when we're playing poker. Because I am very competitive. I will do anything, and I mean anything, to win. In fact, the only time I'm not playing poker is when I'm listening to the radio. But my sweet, precious Kenny was the only one who knew how to turn it on. So I guess I'll be sticking to poker for now. But honestly, I usually have the home to myself, because my sweet, talented Kenny is always coming home late from work, and Julianne is always out on the town with her lady friends.
Right. Now, what were you doing the night of Kenneth Myers' death?
It was an average night. I was reading through the obituary pages of the paper to catch up with some old friends. Then I went downstairs to mix myself my favorite concoction. Ginger ale, brandy, and non-poisonous berry. Then I went upstairs to take my pills for my psychohedionesia. It's a condition that wipes my memory for hours at a time and puts me into a trance-like state. Don't worry, though. It's only made me cripplingly aggressive 2 times. 3 times. Anyway, I went to sleep at 8 o'clock that night. As I do every other night, this beauty doesn't come on its own. And it was only the next morning that I heard of Kenny's meeting with the man upstairs. I do recall, however, Kenny and Julianne were in a vicious fight about a week earlier. I don't remember what it was about, but there was a lot of screaming and shouting. It concerned me.
Interesting. Now, your great-granddaughter, Julianne, told me something about a genetic disorder that you have, and that it might have affected her father. Could you speak on that?
Oh, no. It could not have been psychohedionesia. It's a genetic disorder that only runs in older women. So, unless Kenny was hiding something, it's impossible. Also, psychohedionesia is very rarely fatal, so that takes out of the question completely.
much into gossip and told me an interesting clue that I will have to follow up on. Let's see what you think.
Could you please state your name?
Name's Steve Richards. I'm the janitor for the Playhouse. Seen all kinds of stuff here.
What have you heard about the murder?
I've worked here a while. Seen a lot. A lot I shouldn't have seen.
What happened from your perspective the night of his murder?
Oh, I know gossip. One night it all went down, you know. Say Mr. Bernard Bishop. I hear him, and he's going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and he's saying this and that, and he's saying he's mad, he's upset, he's jealous. He didn't get the lead. Jealousy does that to you. It goes on for a while. He's loud. Jealousy is poison. The 29th, I see a shadow outside the Myers room. It's barely enough to see it. Just a little something out of the corner of my eye, but I see it. Somebody's tampering with his bag. My guess? Poison.
Today I sat down and discussed the inner workings of the rice and beans establishment with the owner, Rhonda Ravioli. What she had to say was interesting, to say the least, and, check. Make what you will of it.
Ah, what a pleasure. It's been a while since I had the honor of detectives coming to visit my restaurant. Must mean a special occasion is at hand. Would you like anything to drink? Champagne, wine, rum.
Oh, no thank you. I'll stick to the tried and true.
What, so are you okay to smoke in my restaurant but you're afraid of a drink? All right, suit yourselves.
That's an awfully large knife you're brandishing, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope this isn't making you uncomfortable. I don't mean to cause any distress. Well, I'm sure you understand. I like things done in a certain way. For example, I always insist all my fruits be cut with my sharpest knife. To get the cleanest cut, of course. Right, well, I'm sure as fascinating as this all is to you, this isn't quite the information you came here for today. So... why are you really here?
What do you know about the death of Kenneth Myers?
Excuse me, but you come to me, in my place of work, taking me away from my devoted customers, and have the audacity to question me about a murder? And to think I would have sent a goon to do it? Really? How dare you?
Well, you knew the deceased quite well, didn't you?
Yes, detective. I guess you could say I knew him. He was a frequent customer. Can't say I was too fond of him. He was, well, stuck up, in my opinion. Picky eater, too, very particular with how he wanted every meal prepared. The only dish he never had a complaint about was our beans. That was his favorite.
Ma'am, are you affiliated with the Bean Mafia that is currently dominating the New York crime syndicate?
Me? A part of the Bean Mafia? Now, do I seem like someone who would be a part of a mafia?
Do you want me to answer that?
Well, as truly pleasant as this all was, I think we're done here. I have to get back to running my restaurant now, if that's okay with you. But perhaps you should talk to our head chef. I was told all the best chefs come from Japan, so that's who I hired. He's in the kitchen.
Well, folks, I think we've made some great breakthroughs today, at least on my end.
I agree, Ida. Today was revolutionary. like a swivel chair.
That's one word for it. My day was more pointless, like a
circle?
A slightly used pencil?
A spoon? Keep up, Rhymes. This is the most crucial skill to have as a detective.
You think I don't know that, Ida? I passed the detect test, same as both of you. We're another day in the hole, and no closer to unraveling the narrative thread that is the death of Kenneth Myers.
It's like we're staring at an eye patch. We know something's hiding under there, but what could it be?
An eye, duh.
Who said my name?
All right, team, I've got a day full of burritos ahead of me. Tomorrow is like a waiter with a domed silver platter with food underneath.
You mean a cloche, uneducated heathen?
Yes, a coloche. I've no idea what it holds.